This is Newcap News with Michaela Henshaw.
Good evening. An Onion Lake man is facing multiple charges after a weekend homicide. Officers were called to a residence on Onion Lake, Cree Nation early Saturday morning after reports of a stabbing. When RCMP arrived on scene, 28-year-old Tyson Blair Crosschild was in obvious medical distress, and he later died in hospital. 20-year-old Dakota Dean Whitstone is facing multiple charges, including second-degree murder. Whitstone made his first court appearance this morning in Lloydminster and remains in police custody. Lloydminster has made a prestigious list, and our Brett Holden has the details.
When you think of the top cities in Canada, you may think of Vancouver, Edmonton, or Calgary. However, according to Money Sense's rankings, Lloydminster is ranked higher than all three of those cities, coming in at the 29th best city to live in Canada.
Well, I think it's speaks great volumes for our city. We have a beautiful city. We are located in the heart of Western Canada, right on Highway 16 between Saskatoon and Edmonton, and we have a great city with a lot of amenities.
Lloydminster jumped 136 spots from the last ranking. Some of the reasons for the ranking is the unemployment rate in Lloydminster is 3.6%, as well as being in the top 10 in wealth and economy, as well as top 25 in the country in affordability.
Well, I think when we talk about the city, there's opportunities, economic opportunities, and that's very evident. We have jobs here, we have business, we are a regional center of economic healthcare services and things like that.
However, Money Sense's list actually splits Lloydminster between Lloydminster, Saskatchewan and Lloydminster, Alberta. So Lloydminster, Alberta is actually ranked 29th, but Lloydminster, Saskatchewan is ranked 242nd.
For some reason or another, people outside our city have a hard time understanding we have one city. It does lie on two sides of the provinces. So it challenges us because when we talk about it in Saskatchewan, we're a city of 10,500 approximately. In Alberta, we're a little over 20,000. So the challenge is we are really a city of over 30,000 people, and we need to help market that.
Lloydminster, Saskatchewan's 6.3% unemployment rate, the crime rate, and the amount of doctors' offices in the region are some of the reasons for the major rift in the split.
When you talk to outside people, they go, okay, well, we're looking at the statistics. It always comes down to the statistics because if we don't create them, they're created at the provincial level. So that's one of the challenges, and that's why you end up with two ratings.
Mayor Aalbers also credits facilities like the Vic Juba Theatre, the outdoor pool, and the Service Sports Centre to the growth of the city. Brett Holden, Newcap News.
Well, and after a bit of a summer break, City Council met today for a governance and priorities meeting to discuss upcoming items for City Council meetings. The housing needs assessment was released. The documents show there is a need for more low-income housing here in Lloydminster.
Things for us as a city, at least from my perspective, is that being able to pull all that information together to give us sort of the big picture in the city and the needs that we have, which we haven't had. I think as we look at doing the downtown area restructuring plan, as we look at the seniors housing and other needs we have in the city, this allows us to put it all together in one package and really give us leverage if we want to lobby or, as suggested, be shovel ready in the future as we look at opportunities that may come through grants or funding opportunities.
The CPCA's new lease agreement and payment for their facility was also heavily discussed today. City Council continues to be puzzled over missing records of an agreement since November 2006.
Relates to our procurement and a lot of different things, because if a certain department did procurement this way and in the past somebody else did it slightly different, now as we've seen in the discussions, we're trying to centralize more and ensure that we're all on the same page.
And of course, we'll have more details on these items and others from the meeting coming up later in the week. Well, there's lots to take in around Lac La Biche this week. Here's Scott Mitchell from Boom 103.5 with what's happening.
I'm Scott Mitchell from Boom 1035 with a look at what's happening in Lac La Biche County. Burgers to Beat MS Day is happening here at A&W Restaurants this upcoming Thursday. $2 from every team burger sold will be donated to the MS Society of Canada. And this year, Lac La Biche is hosting its second annual garage sale. This is massive. It's for the community. And if you have items to donate, please feel free to drop it off to the store, or you can call them and they'll come and pick it up. And all proceeds raised will go towards the MS Society of Canada as well. This Thursday through Sunday is Kikino Silver Birch Rodeo and Celebration Days out at the Silver Birch Resort. Make sure that you're heading out there and enjoy the flat races, the junior flat races. We've got pony chariot and chuck wagon races. Of course, the rodeo and that huge fireworks display going to be set off on Sunday night to wrap things up. This is one of the largest ones around, so you're going to want to check it out. For more details, find them on Facebook or contact the settlement office. We could be treating you and your coworkers to a night of fantastic company and great food here at Boston Pizza with the Office Patio Party, sponsored in part by Soul Essence Holistics. All you got to do is get entered at boom1035.com or come and stop by Boston Pizza and put your name in the draw box. Then, every Friday for the next 4 weeks, we are going to be hosting 3 different businesses with a maximum of 10 guests, all 18 and over, on the Boston Pizza patio. Again, boom1035.com has all the details. By the way, we're taking care of the Appies and pizza. If you have an event you'd like us to feature on What's Happening, email the details 1 week in advance to scott@boom1035.com.
Well, in the past decade, the field of drivers in the CPCA has slowly transformed, and as Josh Ryan explains in this week's Retrospect, the fan experience has also changed thanks in part to the format and technology.
A Canadian champion and a family man, Gorse goes out on top this season, but is quick to remember the people that have helped his dreams become a reality.
My mom that can't come out to races, she's back home at her. So, hello, Mom. We done her, thank you. And my dad come and brothers and everybody support me and all my barn help. Unbelievable. Like, I can take off. I know the horse. I look after right to a T. And so I don't want an individual one out, but I sure appreciate what they do, and it takes a lot of work to get where we at today.
This season might be over, but with big plans for next year and high hopes for the Stampede, the driver they call Double G has no intention of slowing down.
Nearly a decade later, the CPCA is populated by many new faces, plenty of whom are in the stands.
We've seen it more so the last 3 or 4 years. There's more families coming out. There's more, they're coming out for more entertainment.
The finals is now stretched an extra day with improved competitive intrigue, thanks to the addition of the final dash.
Adding that 1 day made a huge difference on the competition for the drivers.
And as the off-track entertainment continues to grow, so does the online presence.
Social media, it's a huge, huge opportunity for us to reach a very much broader spectrum of individual.
For This Week in Retrospect, I'm Josh Ryan.
Retrospect is brought to you by Webb's Machinery. Webb's Machinery, your New Holland dealer in Vermilion, Vegreville, and Lamont.
Well, whether you're a golfer or you enjoy a good block party, there's something for the whole family this week in St. Paul. Here's Real Country's 97.7's John Marshall with the details.
Hey, it's John Marshall from Real Country 97.7 in St. Paul, and next week it's going to be a busy one for us. St. Paul will be hosting the 3rd annual Rock the Block, kicking off at 11 a.m. And if you want to show that, you can come out. There'll be lots of garage sales all over town, an artisan market, as well as food and kids games. Once the evening rolls around, the fun doesn't stop, however. There'll be music and an open mix at Foundry Park, with Second Son performing from 7 until 9 p.m. If you're more of a golfer, make sure to check out the MS Charity Golf Tournament being put on by the MS Society Lakeland Chapter. $400 will get you a team of 4 with green fees, a dinner, and a power car all included. If you prefer to sign up as an individual, you can do that as well. That will cost you $100. There'll also be a live auction out there to help support the fight against MS. If you want to register, give them a call at 587-252-3502. Also happening Friday is the Elk Point Scavenger Hunt and Block Party. To do the scavenger hunt, you do have to register ahead of time, and you can do that by emailing them at summer.events@gmail.com. That will kick off at 3:30, and the Block Party will start at 5 and run until 7 p.m. That includes free hamburgers, popcorn, and games for the whole family. The St. Paul Rusty Musicians Community Orchestra is putting out a call for musicians ages 15 and up. It's $10 per rehearsal, and whether you're rusty or fresh, they want you to be a part of this orchestra as they start rehearsing September 20th, and after that every Thursday from 7 until 8 p.m. Whatever your instrument is, they would love to have you on board. You can find these events and more at our website, realcountrystpaul.ca, and if you have an event that you want to feature on What's Happening, give us an email, toasty@realcountry.ca.
This is Newcap Sports.
Despite some minor rain delays, the 27th annual Paul Douglas Calrock tennis tournament ran smoothly over the weekend. It's the first edition of the event since 2 courts were added, which was a hit for both local and out-of-town players. Josh Ryan has more.
Finishing Lloydminster's biggest annual tennis event has been a challenge in the past, yet even with obstacles from Mother Nature, 2018 left tennis president Rod Shopland as satisfied as he's ever been at the Paul Douglas Invitational.
This was a very relaxing tournament because with all the pressure off, and we just had the weather to deal with, we put a lot of matches through and everything worked out very well. If we didn't have the other 2 courts, we'd have never finished.
A well-paced timetable for competition also made it more enjoyable for players like former champion Warren Aguinaldo.
I think it made things easier. It was a little more relieving in that I could get more matches done and out of the way.
Aguinaldo was unable to defend his title this year, losing in the final to Levi Osbe from Edmonton. However, he says it was fun to face stiff competition.
That's kind of the level that I'm at, so it's good to see that come into Lloydminster as well.
Osbe was impressed with the competition and is excited to return next year.
Definitely better than I thought, for sure. Yeah, especially some of the young kids are quite good here too. Great people, and we had a lot of fun.
Greater interest from out-of-town athletes means the possibility of further expansion, but Shopland says he wants to make sure the smoother running schedule remains.
If we went to 60-70 competitors, we would have to start probably Thursday evening, play off some of the local stuff, and then play earlier Friday.
Josh Ryan, Newcap Sports.